Okay, so you're thinking about outsourcing deposition summaries.
Smart move.
Yeah, frees up so much time.
Right.
But I bet you're a little nervous about handing over control of such a critical task.
Understandably so.
I mean, this is legal work.
Yeah,
Accuracy is key.
absolutely.
Well, that's why we're diving into some research today on feedback mechanisms.
Ooh.
This is like your guide to getting great summaries without having to micromanage.
Right, because nobody wants to be a micromanager.
Yeah.
But you also want quality work.
Exactly.
And this research from Harvard Business Review actually found that businesses using structured feedback mechanisms for their outsourced work, well, they report much higher satisfaction levels.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But wait, before we go any further,
Yeah.
let's just make sure everyone's on the same page here.
Okay.
Deposition summaries. Basically, they're condensed versions of those long, sometimes painfully long transcripts from witness testimonies.
Yeah.
And they need to be accurate
Yes.
and highlight those key points for the legal team.
Exactly.
No pressure, right?
Right, and that's why this research is so relevant.
Right.
It really dives into the challenges of maintaining quality control when you outsource deposition summaries.
I see.
And the big concern is potential inaccuracies and inconsistencies when you don't have direct oversight.
That makes sense because a missed detail could have big consequences down the line.
Absolutely.
So what does the research suggest?
Well, they suggest a multi-pronged approach to feedback.
Okay.
They call these key feedback mechanisms.
Okay.
And they're all about ensuring that the quality is top-notch.
Give me some examples.
Sure. One of the most common and effective methods is using structured feedback forms. Think of these as a consistent way to provide really specific feedback on each and every summary.
So instead of just saying, hey, this isn't quite right,
Yeah.
I could use the form to say something like, the legal terminology here is off, or we need a more detailed timeline of events.
Exactly.
Okay.
You could have categories for accuracy, level of detail, formatting, deadlines, anything that's important to your firm.
So it's like giving them a clear roadmap for improvement,
Precisely.
rather than just leaving them to guess.
Exactly. And that consistency is key, especially if you have multiple people reviewing summaries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everyone's on the same page, using the same criteria.
Okay.
No more confusion or mixed messages.
I like it. So structured feedback forms, check.
Check
Files.
bells. Regular performance reviews are another crucial piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
Think of these as scheduled check-ins, maybe monthly or quarterly, where you and the summarization service can have a real conversation about how things are going.
So it's not just about filling out forms.
Right.
It's about actually talking through things.
Exactly. These reviews aren't about pointing fingers or placing blame.
Gotcha.
It's a chance to collaborate,
Okay.
fine-tune the approach,
Uh-huh.
make sure the summarization team is in sync with your firm's specific needs.
This makes me think about how important communication is in any relationship,
It is.
even a professional one.
Right.
Like building that trust and open dialogue is key.
Absolutely. Open communication is essential for any successful outsourcing partnership.
Okay, so we've got the structured feedback forms for detailed critiques.
Yes.
Regular performance reviews to keep the conversation flowing.
Uh-huh.
What other secrets are in this treasure chest?
How about revision requests?
Okay.
A top-notch summarization service should have a clear and transparent policy for revisions.
All right.
Meaning, if a summary doesn't quite hit the mark,
Yeah.
you have the power to request changes.
I like that, like a safety net.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just need a little tweaking to get things perfect.
Right.
Revision requests give law firms that extra layer of control and peace of mind,
Yeah.
ensuring those summaries are always up to snuff.
Yes.
Okay, so far we've got those detailed feedback forms, the regular check-in chats, and that safety net of revisions.
Right.
Anything else we should be looking for?
One more key feedback mechanism is client satisfaction surveys.
Okay.
These can be incredibly valuable
Yeah?
because they give you direct insight into the client experience.
So we're not just talking about the law firm's perspective here.
No.
We're also thinking about how those summaries are being received by the clients themselves.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Client surveys give the summarization service a direct line to the end users.
Okay.
It's like having a focus group, helping them identify areas for improvement and tailor their service to meet everyone's needs.
I hadn't thought about it that way. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all about closing the loop and creating a dynamic system where everyone is learning and adapting.
It sounds like it's not just about finding a service that can churn out summaries.
No.
It's about finding a true partner who's invested in quality and open to feedback.
You've got it.
So choosing a summarization service isn't just about comparing price tags.
Right.
It's about digging deeper and understanding their commitment to quality control.
Exactly. It's about aligning your values with a partner who understands the unique demands of legal work.
You know, it's funny, we talk about feedback all the time,
Yeah.
but it's easy to forget how powerful it can be when it's done right.
Right.
It's not just about catching errors.
No.
It's about building a better working relationship
Yeah.
and ultimately achieving better results.
Absolutely. And the research we're looking at really drives that point home.
Yeah.
These feedback mechanisms are critical for success when outsourcing, especially in the legal world.
Right.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
Precision and accuracy are non-negotiable
sure.
when you're dealing with legal documents.
It makes you realize there's so much more to consider than just price
Yes.
when choosing a summarization service.
Absolutely.
It's like you wouldn't hire a lawyer without checking their credentials. You
Exactly.
need to look at their quality control processes,
Uh-huh.
how they incorporate feedback.
Right. It's about finding a service that's not just competent, but also committed to continuous improvement.
Okay.
And that's where those feedback mechanisms come in.
So let's recap
Yeah.
what we've got so far in our quality assurance toolkit.
Okay.
We've got structured feedback forms,
Yeah.
regular performance reviews,
Uh-huh.
a clear revision policy,
Yep.
and client satisfaction surveys.
It's a pretty solid system.
Sounds like it.
And remember those revision requests?
Yes.
Like your secret weapon.
Ooh, secret weapon.
I like it. They give you that final layer of control,
Okay.
ensuring that those summaries always meet your firm's exacting standards.
It's like having an editor on call,
Exactly.
ready to swoop in and make those last-minute tweaks.
And the research highlights another important point.
What's that?
Open communication and regular review of the work are key to maximizing the benefits of outsourcing.
Communication is key.
Exactly.
It's like anything in life.
Right.
And think about this by setting up these feedback systems. You're not just getting great summaries.
No,
Okay.
you're also freeing up your attorneys to focus on the bigger picture.
That's the goal.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Right.
Getting more done without sacrificing quality.
You got it.
It's about creating a system where everyone wins.
I like that.
All this talk about feedback systems got me thinking.
Yeah.
How do you see this evolving in the future?
Mm.
Especially with all the advancements in legal tech.
Right.
It looks like things are constantly changing.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a big push towards real-time feedback and collaboration.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a system
Okay.
where attorneys can provide instant feedback, like annotations or suggestions, directly within the summarization platform.
That would be amazing.
Right.
So much faster.
Yeah.
More efficient.
And going back and forth with emails and separate documents, it would make those feedback loops even tighter,
Okay.
leading to even better results.
Makes sense.
We might also see AI being used to automate certain aspects of the feedback process.
Interesting. So that AI could flag potential inconsistencies
Yeah.
or areas that need further review.
Precisely.
Okay.
It's all about leveraging technology to make these systems even smarter and more efficient.
So it sounds like the future of legal outsourcing is going to be all about finding the right balance between human expertise and technological innovation.
Absolutely. It's about harnessing the strengths of both
Okay.
to create a system that's accurate, efficient, and empowers everyone involved.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
I agree.
I feel like we've really unpacked the importance of feedback mechanisms when it comes to outsourcing legal work.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
It's always fascinating to explore how seemingly small adjustments, like implementing a structured feedback system,
Right.
can have such a big impact.
You know, it's funny. We often think about technology as the big game changer.
Yeah.
But sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful.
Couldn't agree more. It's all about continuous improvement.
Yeah.
Constantly looking for ways to refine and optimize our approach.
I have a feeling our listener is going to walk away from this deep dive feeling much more confident about navigating the world of outsourcing legal work.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
Right.
And the more we understand about how to manage these processes effectively, the better decisions we can make.
So as we wrap up, what's the one key takeaway you'd like to leave our listener with today?
It's simple. When it comes to outsourcing those deposition summaries, don't get caught up in the bells and whistles of the technology.
Okay.
Instead, ask about their feedback processes.
Okay.
How do they ensure quality?
Yeah.
How do they keep you in the loop?
Gotcha.
Because at the end of the day, it's about finding a partner who's just as dedicated to accuracy and detail as you are.
That's such a crucial point.
Yeah.
It's not just about finding a vendor. It's about finding a true partner
Yes.
who understands the nuances of legal work.
Exactly. It's a collaborative effort, and open communication is the key to success.
And with that insightful piece of advice, we've reached the end of our deep dive for today, but don't worry.
No.
This isn't the end of the conversation. We've really only just scratched the surface here.
We have.
There's so much more to learn about getting those deposition summaries done right.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're curious about specific feedback forms,
Yes.
or maybe you want to learn more about performance review best practices, just let us know.
Yeah, reach out.
We're always here to help you navigate the world of information.
Think of us as your research buddies.
I like that.
Yeah.
So until next time, keep those questions coming, and don't be afraid to dive deep into the knowledge that matters most to you.
Informed choices lead to better outcomes.
That's right.
So stay curious, stay engaged,
Yes.
and stay ahead of the curve.
See you next time.